Hey everyone, welcome back to Crusader Kings 2 Holy Fury. You might notice that the numbers are looking a little bit different on this screen. If I were to open actual menus, everything looks a lot different. This is because we've installed a couple of mods. We've installed a bigger interface, Interface Century Gothic, and Tooltip Century Gothic Bold. I think the game is eminently more readable and displays a lot more information at once now. I much prefer it this way. Very happy with the new UI. Now, first thing up today is the marriage game. I've already done the marriages, so let's get into it. We can marry for 2 more bloodlines, so we will. The first is Saint Albert the Righteous, whose saintly blood seems to have nothing to do with Christianity. So, yeah, sign me up for that. And the second is, of course, Kettle the Fox, who got the other Wolf Warrior bloodline. His family's just big enough now that I'm able to get it more easily, so we do. Now, after those marriages, I could marry for king titles, but, I kind of can't, actually. The only king title I really care about is Novgorod, and Novgorod's king forgot to have kids, so I can't do that either. As for everyone else, it's possible that I might be able to get them. Unfortunately, I've only got 1 kid, and I'm betrothing her for a bloodline, so that's not happening either. Now, on to all of these kids in my dynasty that need betrothals, because there are like 30 of them, it's a nightmare. I've already betrothed all of the men off to strong, attractive, and genius women. The women are much harder, because I need to matrilineally marry them, and matrilineally marrying someone who's unimportant is basically impossible. What I'm planning on doing with the women is when they come of age, I'm going to check whether or not they actually have relevant stats, and if they do have a good genetic trait like strong, attractive, or genius, then I will find somebody in my court to marry them to, or invite somebody to my court to marry them. There is one really funny thing I noticed while trying to find a kingdom claim, though. The King of Pomerania is a tribal kinslaying fat lunatic who's missing an eye and a leg. So a bit of management that I need to do is I need a much better holy man. I'm solely responsible for proselytizing for this entire religion, so I can't really ever afford to take a seer who's not good at their job. So we now have a holy man with 21, that's acceptable for me. We're going to set him to proselytizing immediately. Oh, a weird thing I noticed while I was on the bloodline screen that I forgot to mention. Filker Thordor has 3 bloodlines, they're all passed down the same way, but somehow there are different numbers of people with each bloodline, and that doesn't make any sense, right? Because surely anyone who has a 1 would have to have the other 2, because they're all from the same guy with the same inheritance type. So, my plans for today are as follows. I don't own nearly enough of the British Isles, and I'm going to fix that. So, I don't think even Mercia could stand up to me if I allowed my retinues to regenerate, and I can see no better way for my retinues to regenerate than conquering Strathclyde and Pictland. In particular, there's something fun we can do with Strathclyde. The King of Strathclyde is actually a single duke, which means that if we conquer that duchy, usurp his title, everything he owns will shatter into independent counts and we can just eat all of them right up. So that's definitely number 1 on the list for today. Of course, before we unpause time, our domain is a little bit too big. 26 out of 9's kind of a lot. So I believe it's time for us to handle the fake viceroyalty thing. Now, I was considering putting all of this into a fake viceroyalty, but I need to make sure the guy I give it to is actually able to hold all of it and won't just start giving it away immediately. So, to that end, I'm going to give all of this land to Lithuania, and I'm going to give this to Saxony. I'm also going to start creating a lot of duchies right now to convert my money into prestige so that my retinues won't stop reinforcing. So our Lithuanian vassal is looking substantially stronger now than it used to. And I feel like I can rely on this guy to conquer all of the random tiny independents around him. These two, this guy, probably even Poland. He should be able to win in a straight fight, I feel. Of course, that still leaves us over the cap and hilariously vulnerable to Gavelkind, so we need to fix that too. The only 4 provinces I intend to keep for myself are the 4 provinces inside of de jure Svithjad, simply because no one else will take any of these 4 from me when Gavelkind happens. The rest of this, though, all needs to go to essentially a viceroy. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to make a king-level viceroy. I'm going to make my viceroy always be the King of Sweden. That seems like the easiest way to handle this. I'm also going to finally create all the duchies in Sweden that I never got around to because Sweden was always a clusterfuck nightmare. So Sweden makes a lot more sense now. I've got these 3 triple dukes handling all of the vassals. I also have 800 prestige so that my retinues will keep replenishing for the foreseeable future. And all that's left is actually handling this whole viceroy nonsense. So, to make these viceroys, we just need to search our realm for people who aren't married and organized by age. See this guy? Going to drop dead very soon. But we don't need very soon. That would mean we have to shift the Viceroys around every couple of months to years. That's a bit of a hassle on my end. At 60, men go Baron, and at 45, women go Baron. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go over to women and find a 45-year-old, and she should live long enough for it to be completely fine. So we're going to take this woman here. She has all-around incredibly good stats. Stewardship is the one I'm concerned about. And we're going to make her the King of Sweden, I think. She currently lives out in Iceland. Let's improve her standard of living. Okay, so to start this out, I'm just going to give her Ulster Gutland so that she'll be landed and no longer someone else's spy master. And let's see if we can get her to marry intelligently now. Yes, we can now get her to matrimonially marry this guy. That is fantastic. Also, it's really funny that she has a massive negative against marrying this guy due to her own skills. Anyway, that goes through. So now we just need to make her into the king of all this and give her the rest of the land. Our current domain cap is 2 of 5. It'll probably jump up to maximum 7. So yes, this works. Excellent. And this is just a shitload of marriages coming through. They're all good genetics. I trust that you believe me and that you don't want me to show you that. Because it takes forever to go through, and I'm just saying strong, strong, genius, genius over and over and over again. Also, we invited a couple of people with good genetics to our courts. Excellent, she just accepted her marriage, so now I can go back to handling my viceroyalty. So, while I'm no longer over the domain limit, I do need to get rid of this land because of Gavelkind, and we are going to do just that. Oh, right, I forgot I conquered the Canary Islands. And I guess I'm going to give her the Canary Islands too, which is a little bit weird, but yeah. Congratulations, you're the proud owner of the Canary Islands now. You're welcome. Also, like, less important, I guess, you're also the Queen of Sweden. I hear that's good. So we now have our fake viceroyalty set up. She should die incapable of having any children. And since she's the woman of the family, she can't get cucked into believing she had kids. And honestly, a lot of the land she has is really well upgraded. She probably shouldn't have to worry about getting conquered by any of my neighbors, or any of my other vassals, rather. And with that, I think we're finally ready to start conquering Pictland. Or Strathclyde, rather. And with that, we're finally ready to start conquering the British Isles. And in specific, there's a fun thing we can do with Strathclyde. You see, their king is actually just a single duke. If we take Strathclyde, it will shatter all of his vassals into independent counts. And that means that we can then conquer all of his vassals immediately. So that is 100% our plan. You know, once we click through all of the betrothal messages. Because there are kind of a lot of them. Idle council members, don't give me that shit. Apparently I forgot to tell him to proselytize. Whoops. Oh, we could claim Strathclyde for someone else. Isn't that just adorable? Yeah, we're gonna holy war for it instead. And I have enough people, and this war is easy enough that I could probably actually just siege them down. In fact, I'm going to. And we don't need this boat right now, so I'm going to send it back to pick up the rest of my retinues that are currently walking to the shore. And it occurs to me I should probably check to see if I have siege leaders. That's a pretty good trait. Yeah, we're going to put Oshi in the middle. He's a siege leader. We only have the one. That's unfortunate. But still, we should get through this quite quickly. We're not really scared. That's ridiculous. That is some apathetic shit. Search all, join court, siege leader. Hey, I hear you want to conquer shit. Come on over. This guy's now one of ours. We just need to quickly ask one of our current commanders to leave, because I'm sure somebody doesn't deserve the title. Alright, so now we have siege leaders in control of both armies. We should be able to do this notably faster. Let's get on with it. Oh hey, more totally average female kids that I can't marry. There's a 2,000 stack here, but it's just gonna get wiped. I don't even need to worry about it. It's like, oh man, really close fight we're having. I might have, you know, slapped somebody's teeth out again. Resist your foul impulses. They don't fix any of our problems. Why do you insist on doing this? I've already got 2 siege leaders. I don't ever really need organizer though, so I'll make myself into a 3rd one. Apparently we're being, like, conquered a little bit on the other side. It happens, defensive packs and all that. I'm more concerned with letting my retinues continue to grow throughout this war than the well-being of my vassals, though. Oh, I meant to click I don't care, not blackmail them. They're very close buttons. Easy to mix them up. Apparently I got 4 gold for the blackmail. Sick. Totally worth the diplomacy hit. Or the opinion hit, rather. You want to marry... Alright, her husband's dead. I mean, sure, you don't get anything out of it. I don't feel like answering everyone else's questions on the matter, so go ahead. Betrothed can marry, children need focuses like they always do. That focus is going to be thrift every time, because I cannot be bothered. This girl is going to go into martial and hope she gets a good education, because, yeah, her education traits didn't come out too well. And already we're at the point where our sheer number of retinues couldn't fit back on the boat in one go. But that's really no surprise, because our max retinues these days are 40,000. And they're all over here right now. Also no surprise, children need focuses, and they're getting thrift. Wow. We just lost a lot of sieges, guys. You want to defend yourselves? I know you're not technically part of this war, it's my war, but they're still attacking you. Do you not care? Is this just like some sort of weird protest? Whatever, they can do what they want. 98%, will you accept? No? Alright. So King Pepin of France came up here. He's just like, oh god, what have I done? It's literally the king himself. So we're just jumping on him. Because I want to capture the King of France, and this will get me the war score I need. Ah, damn it, it's just the Lord Mayor. Really, that didn't get me 3% war score? I killed thousands of men. What do you want from me? I'll go knock out this siege, I guess. We're still at 99% no, unfortunately. So I guess we're just gonna have to finish sieges. Skull the Unfaithful is having bastard daughters, but they don't have any stats, so I still don't care. Someday you'll give me the final percentage of war score. You lost, dude. Stop lying about it. How does he think he hasn't lost yet? This is ridiculous. You lose, sir. We've just beat the King of France again. What does the war score say? It says the only reason this isn't over is because of all the shit other people have done in my vassals' territories. And that these battles were worth almost no war score. Sure, if you insist. We're just going to start assaulting down. I cannot be bothered to continue doing this. Just admit you've lost. This is ridiculous. Fine, I'll conquer every single one of your tiles. You aren't actually stopping me from winning, you're just wasting time. Still no, huh? The war's indecisive, you say? So apparently someone else has recently pillaged that. I'll make any kid diligent if I get the chance to. Oh great, more- oh my god, I just want to do sieges, guys. I just want to do sieges, guys, please. Oh god, they're everywhere. There's so many kids. Defenders 1,000? Oh, this is a good enough 99%. He'll accept now. Cool. In that case, we just need to get out of his land. Okay. You lost. Good game. Now, that terrible news about that duchy title that you think you own. So, I can't usurp the title because Germany is currently trying to claim it. How long do I have to wait until Germany gets embarrassed and goes home? So I'll be making a new vassal for this bit of land because it doesn't go to Ireland or England. This is a Scottish territory. So for the new vassal, we're just finding somebody with high martial that's not about to kill over and die, and has no relation to any of my kids. Alright, Germany, when are you going home? I don't understand. I own everything, don't I? I own all of de jure Strathclyde. Why is this war still happening? You know what? It's fine. Send boats around, walk to the shore. We're gonna start walking up. We're just gonna declare war on Pictland while we wait for them to figure out what's what. Yeah, no, they're very much still at war. It's not a joke. Apparently, I had a truce with La Mancha? This must be from my time in the Varangian Guard, because I've got no idea what it's talking about here. Anyway, I've got terrible, terrible news for Pictoland. Yep, that looks like 4 counties, which is the best we're going to do. So, send that. Let's start sieging him down. I'm very proud of my Irish queen. She is declaring war on Mercia and winning. Good job. I might actually go out of my way to just fuck up Mercia a bit during this war, because it should still give me war score, and it'll help her win hers. But honestly, with the 3,000 stack, she's probably fine and just doesn't need my help. So, this war's still happening. All of their stuff is sieged out, so Germany should win relatively quickly with only 1,000 men, but at the same time, they can't get any land from doing that, so I'm a little bit confused. It's possible they can still get the duchy title, and while that's weird and obnoxious and I don't want it to happen, it would be fine. It would accomplish the same goal. They'd have a duchy they can't use. I would just usurp it from them instead of from Strathclyde. This is very weird. I don't care about the flighting. It happens constantly, and it seems to be a completely pointless event that never does anything meaningful. I'll just pick the one about being cruel. I guess I lost 100 prestige. Whoops. She can go into stewardship. She's quite good at it. Oh, hey, more kids. Okay, so this kid definitely goes into entry. He's very, very good at it. I wouldn't mind making Sigbjorn my heir if he gets a good education. He looks fantastic so far. So Otter the Unchased has been murdered in single combat. Worse things have happened to better people. And now to start mopping up all these armies walking around with my 1700 stack. There are so many notifications at all times, it's ridiculous. It's just like, oh yeah, do you know how many kids you have? Do you know how much land you have being sieged by random people? Oh hey, are you actually at an offensive war, or is this something I've caused you to do? No, he's trying to take Novgorod. He declared a holy war. I mean, he's going to lose, like this is not a surprising result. Most of Scandinavia Minor is single-holding tribes, so yeah, good luck with that. Need to continue walking this guy around, he's just sort of AFK right now. Oh no! Who could have foreseen this outcome for them? Or for that kid. That kid was mediocre shit, just like their army. Oh wait, who did I just capture? Yeah, that looks like I might have captured the king. That's kind of a lot of money. So we haven't captured a king. We've only captured several dukes and a couple of counts. I'm guessing somebody's the heir to a king, though. Regardless, I care more about money than petty bullshit. Wait, petty bullshit includes taking them as concubines, which will in turn allow me to produce people with claims, right? Concubines still generate claims? Alright, so I've went through my prison pretty thoroughly. I've got a couple of Carling heirs and a couple of dukes. I've got valuable people, but nobody who could give me a kingdom claim. If I had like a princess or a queen, I was absolutely going to take them as a concubine, but I actually don't have anyone that important. I just have a lot of moderately important people. Oh hey, we're at negative prestige again. That's not super surprising considering the amount of retinues we have, so let's see if we can make any more duchies. So on account of Nordriki being dirt broke, we're able to make several titles for them. Much the same story over here for Finland. And at this point I have 1,000 prestige again, so I'm going to stop worrying about it. And we just have to wait for Pictland to realize that they're dead, I think. Oh shit! Well, that's bad. The Byzantine Empire actually showed up. Huh. The fucking ecumenical patriarch himself is here with 5,000 men. That's one hell of a thing. Alright, let's end this quickly. I don't want all my land getting sieged. Holy shit, this is a lot of defenders. This is going to cost me a lot to avoid getting sieged. I probably should just let them do it. I've been joking the whole game, like, oh yeah, the Byzantines are going to show up to save them, and like, sure as shit, the Byzantines finally showed up to save them. Man, these assaults fucking suck. I was not expecting garrisons in the thousands. That is not how I thought this would go. Alright, they're down to 1 county, I believe. No, there's this thing. There's apparently a county. I thought this was just part of something else, but it is evidently not. I would greatly appreciate it if all of you would stop being in my lands. Oh wait, he gave up. Awesome, I don't have to go conquer his last tile. Fantastic. Alright, so we're not declaring another war immediately because I don't want them to keep doing this. Domain too big. That is a slight problem, yes. Unfortunately, in that time, Germany has not yet worked out their war. So, that's awkward. My Irish queen is in fact still winning this war. She's at 40% score, so I expect she'll eventually win. But it leaves us in a bit of an awkward spot where I don't know what to do right now, because I'm supposed to be conquering people, and I feel like I can't. Well, no matter what I'm doing, I'm definitely starting off by giving away this land. So, this guy is a fantastic commander. He might just, you know, fall over and die immediately, but if that happens, I'll just give him the land back, you know? Oh, I kind of need to steal this real quick. Oh, I don't even need to steal it. He never even made it. That's just sad. Get your shit together, man. Anyway, congratulations, you're now the Jarl of Moray. So a big part of why Germany is having such a hard time is because I keep declaring wars and they walk into my land and try to siege me like it's more important than their previous war. I feel like this is an edge case where this is like not how you shouldn't design the game around this, but this is very clearly not working as intended. We're gonna unpause and wait for these armies to vanish. Okay, so it's gonna take several months to years for all of this to get out of my land. So I'm gonna tone down the war for a bit. Go back to pillaging France, because all their stuff should have regrown by now. Yes, indeed. Also, there's some serious border gore going on in here. This is not pretty. We got 400 gold the last time we pillaged France. So we're just doing the standard fan-out thing we always do. And having just smashed a 4K stack of theirs, they probably can't defend from this. Hey, good job. We should also ransom everyone again, 9 characters for 142. And now we need to reassign and proselytize somewhere else. And eventually I will single-handedly convert the world to Germanic, I guess. If I can find time for it between conquering the whole world. Margarita's just killing people, left and right. Alright, if you want to, girl. So, I think I'm gonna call it here. I wanted to conquer more than 6 counties today. I think we conquered like 19 of them yesterday. Strathclyde is refusing to actually give me their dukedom because they're at war for something that they don't own, making it impossible to usurp. And I don't want to go to war with Mercia just yet, because I need to wait for the ecumenical patriarch, wherever he is, he's probably in fog of war around here, to actually get back to Byzantium before he comes back and sieges my capital down again. That was pretty funny. Anyway, this has been rather incoherent. I hope you have a good time. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that channel growth nonsense. I'll see you around.